This is my vape, by the way. How are y'all doing? Talk about it Tuesday. Yes, I did get a partial shave. Nothing too crazy. Oh man. It is Tuesday, October 9th. And this will double as Talk About Tuesday as well as my Vlogtober video, which will be day 9. And yeah, there's been some really cool things that have been going on. Like last week, I performed at Limelight, and for the Rock the Vote, shout out to Breakfast DJ. That was super fun. And what else? And with the Venus retrograde, if you saw the video last week, I was talking about how this is going to bring people from your past, possibly. And the night of that Friday was when old friends, my homegirl Mel, my homeboy Shane, which I hadn't seen in years, that came. It was a complete surprise, so it was good to see them. And then Saturday, I was a part of this reality TV show called Love at First Taste. And that was fun. It was all scripted, of course. We made a pizza. And yeah, here we are Tuesday. A lot of interesting thoughts, as I think about this rain. I don't know if it's raining where you are at, but rain always makes me think of cleansing and letting go. And it's interesting, we just had this new moon in Libra last night, and it's about new beginnings, setting your intentions, and letting go, cleansing. Like I really look at all the scenarios and stuff that have been going on this year, and where my focus has been and where my focus needs to be at. You know, um, Gary Vaynerchuk. If you've never heard of him or watched any of his videos, I suggest go to YouTube, follow him on Instagram. Really dope, motivational guy, even though he wouldn't consider himself a motivational guy. He was talking about try a bunch of different things until you figure it out. My thing is, what happens when you're trying too many things, or you already had something established and you already set the groundworks for that one thing, or a couple of things. So I think about that with me and my music, and it's like I come to these insights and then just, I don't know, something just, I'm still trying to figure it out. I know it's me, but I'm trying to see what the meaning behind that is. And I, at this point, I really want to dive into doing the things that I really like, or stuff that I've been working on, like music. I have a good friend. She gave me, and I'm looking at her progression, and I just remember everything she had said prior to it happening. Like, these are the things she wanted to happen, and here they are. It's happening. And the recent advice she gave me was that, the reason she just stayed on a particular path and what it is that she wanted to do. And anything that didn't support that path, she just didn't engage in, didn't really entertain that much, and I see where she's currently at because of that. And I'm into multiple things. I really am dab troll at heart. But I realized that the one thing that I built my foundation on is music. is music. I have a multimedia company as well where I help, other creators with media services, video, photos, and, I have my music and I write. And the more and more I realize just how much those are interconnected. You know, me, Mr. Composition, I should have a bunch of those services that I provide for other people for myself. And that's something that I'm realizing more and more because, we we need money. It's not this evil thing, but sometimes we can fall in the mentality of like that's the only thing, the only obtainable thing. And it's really not. It's really not. It's really what it is that makes you happy, you know. And to me, making music, writing, like those things really do make me happy because it allows me to do the other things, which is travel. I love traveling, you know, research. It gives me, stuff to add on to my music, and it gets me in a really dope creative space, So that's a lot of what that's a lot of the insights that I've been really trying to pay attention to because it's like I can be so wrapped away in doing a bunch of other things um, instead of like honing in on what it is that I need to really be, that I've already built my foundation on, and that is with music, and I've been performing, and I've been doing all of these things, but it almost feels no different than when I was working a 9 to 5, so that's one thing that I'm getting out of and realizing that I have the capability to do is to just super perform. Like this is what I dreamed of doing, while I was working a 9 to 5 was to be able to do this full time. And now that I am, you know, I've I haven't been procrastinating. I've written music, I've produced music, but I haven't really put anything out. And I know for me, when it comes to creativity, if I continue to create, and not put out, it, I get at capacity basically, and I have to make room for all the other ideas that come. So it's more so getting into a flow of, the creation, get in and out, letting it go through its process, and then rinse and repeat, you know, and that's what, I try to look at now. With that, I want to make sure that I have my health in place as well. It's a big thing before is when I did start building up, I was the heaviest I ever weighed in my life, and super just in a very, very low place. So now I have the ability to focus on my health and my music. And yeah, I mean, I have all of these, different um, time management, priority management, and I get that. I create those particular type of things, but there's the application aspect of it. You know, realizing that a tree isn't going to bear fruit without its nutrients, and that nutrients is the dirt. Getting into that dirt to bear fruit. And that's what a lot of when you think about someone having the fruits of their labor, how long it takes to even produce one fruit with some of these trees, let alone something that you can legit survive off of. That takes some time, and sometimes, you don't even see whether or not if there's even a tree growing because having the seed and then waiting for it to even sprout. You know, you could be waiting and then it never sprouts, but it's having that faith, you know, doing the necessary things, and it's going to come about, you know. So I thank y'all for inspiring me. I see more people just out, just living their best life, you know, and creating, you know, dropping books, dropping albums, you know. What's up, Drop? Speaking of Drop, you know, shout out Drop. Um, you know, and it's very inspiring, you know, and it's me getting back into that focus, you know, these last less than 3 months now, and it's almost the end of the year. It's that last little leg right now. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited what the rest of this year has to bring. You know, a lot of healing went into this year, you know, and it's like this rain. It's time to cleanse it out. It's time to release it, you know. So hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are staying dry. And I'm gonna be in Corpus this weekend for a performance, so that should be fun. So thank y'all for tuning in. Again, my name is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. I'll catch y'all later. Talk about it Tuesday.